All right, welcome back to Arkansas Storm Team Live.
It is time. I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Todd Jacobian, along with...
I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
We are dragging on a Monday.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a Monday, though. I don't know why it feels like a Tuesday or something to me.
It does?
I
well,
didn't think
you
it was
worked
Monday.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's
probably
why.
So I'm dressed in my civilian attire, as I say. Going to be live at 4, 5, and 6 for I'm watching Courtney out of the corner of my eye over here. She'd be like an elf on a shelf, I think.
Yeah, very Christmassy.
Very Christmassy. So I'm going to be live at 4, 5, and 6 in my backyard. I made a ton of snow yesterday, 16 hours, and I've got a large area of 4 feet of snow, and I think the neighbors are going to be coming over, their kids, and playing in the snow, 4, 5, and 6. So I got to hustle home here in about 10 minutes or so.
And that sounds
and
fun.
do live shots. I love doing live shots at home. I did it at COVID, but I didn't like it during COVID because life was messed up. No, but it's fun to do it when we don't have COVID.
Right, and what a perfect excuse to make snow in your backyard. Oh, I guess I could do my live shots from home.
Right. I mean, it was cold enough. I needed 28 degrees or colder, and we had that. I remember watching your 5 o'clock show last night, and I'm watching, and then I looked at my phone to see what the temperature was in West Little Rock, and I was like, 27. I said, it's go time. So got my kids, and it's so easy. It takes a little while to set up, maybe about 10 minutes or so to set up. It takes less than 5 minutes to break it all down. Wow. So this morning I took it all down, but I've got a ton of snow in my backyard, and I'll have that at 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, that's exciting. And how many times do you think a year do you make snow in your backyard?
Well, there are a lot of opportunities, but I used to do it a lot more when it was more of a novelty and all that. But nowadays, I do it when we have an extended period of cold that I can make snow. Like if I can, I don't wake up early anymore to do it. I used to wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when the temperature got cold enough and make it for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But now, if it's not going to be cold for many hours, I'm not going to do it now.
Well, because then it doesn't stick for very long either.
No, it doesn't, and it's slushy, and you can't make as much. But if you can get at least 12 hours of cold temperatures, I'll of under 28 degrees, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty awesome.
Well, and what I did was I can point the machine up, and it will spray a large area. But this time, I pointed it more straight, and so it built a pile. So if you point it up, it covers a much larger area of the backyard. But anyway, I left part of the backyard bare for the dog.
That's fair.
So the dog is...
My parents had to do the same thing. Their dog will not go outside if there's not a little patch that they shovel.
Yeah, Piper's, I don't know, she's spoiled rotten.
Oh,
Did you see the post I made? I put a Piper?
Yes, in the little blanket.
I don't know what she wore. Oh, yeah. She was crawled up on the chair. Yeah, there she is.
So cute.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
I think you can kind of see it.
Well, that's Piper. She's a pain in the you-know-what.
Oh, no, but she's cute. And she's got her OU pillow, too.
Yes, my niece made that.
Well, it's important to have.
Yes, it is.
Be repping all the time, especially this week.
Yeah, but we got one more cold night ahead.
Yeah,
but not as cold. It was 17 degrees last. Was it 17 officially? I got to make sure that that's correct. But I think we got down to 17.
It was cold. It's been cold all day today, although it helps with the sun out. But it's definitely been a very frigid Sunday into Monday. Yesterday was super cold. I know the air temperatures were technically colder this morning than yesterday, but still. Yeah. The wind chill.
The wind chill yesterday, I'm looking back, and I think the high was 34, but the wind chill factor was down to 11, which is good. That's what the models had, 11 degrees for the wind chill factor.
It felt like 11 yesterday.
Yeah,
good.
It felt like 11. Last night it was at 11. But I forecasted 18, and I think Joel did 19, so I was a little closer than Joel. I hope he's watching.
That's what matters.
It's all a joke. It's all a good
Was
fun.
it actually 17?
Yes. The low temperature was 17.1. So that's the coldest so far this season.
Good.
All right. So
I love that.
We got a little rain heading our way.
Yeah. Midweek rain. We're warming up before the rain, too. So if you're a fan of the 60s, that's a positive thing coming with the rain, but this is, we've got a warm front moving through Tuesday night and a Wednesday, and then we've got a cold front pushing through ahead of or behind this rain. So It's good to see rain chances in the forecast. I know we need it. We haven't seen rain, I feel like, in a week or two.
Yeah, I can't remember a real rainy day recently. I know we had a weekend day that was real rainy, and I liked watching football on that.
Yeah.
But that was a while back.
I feel like that was a while
Yeah.
back. Beyond then, I feel like we only had kind of those sprinkly, cloudy days.
I'm going
So
to look that up. I don't know how much rain we've had this month because I don't think it's been that much.
yeah, we might be below normal because isn't the average about 5 inches for December in Little Rock?
We're about to find out. Forgive me. As the older I get, the slower I am at finding these things. So Little Rock, December 2025. Get data. Have we had any? Come on. It's chugging along. It's
Loading.
thinking. We've had a trace
Oh, good.
of rain. All right.
So really nothing.
But
So we need Wednesday and a Thursday.
right, and we are 6 degrees below average for temperatures, and here we are in the first almost the first half of the month,
Yeah.
and we have not had a December with below average temperatures in 12 years.
Wow.
Could this happen? Could it happen? Because the second part of this month, it's going to balance out.
Yeah, it does look much more mild in the second half of the month, but there's still a lot of question marks. As you guys know, once we're forecasting beyond the 7-day period, there are some iffy areas here and there. We're more so looking at patterns way down the stream. You know, the atmosphere is a fluid, so we look what's happening way, way, way to our west to
Right.
see what's coming our way. But there is a good likelihood that we could see above average temperatures return. So warm weather fans, I know, will be very happy. I know there's a lot of them that appear on my
Right.
Facebook that are upset with the cold.
By the way, 5.08 inches, that is the average for December. So we are way below average.
So we need rain.
We do need some rain. Everybody's screaming, and it's funny because I don't know what people's definitions. I've heard blowtorch, and I've heard torchmas,
Oh,
and I'm like, torch to me implies hot,
I would think Torchmas would be like 80.
and I don't think it's going to be 80 for Christmas.
No, I think it's just going to be a green Christmas.
Yeah, so if
What else
everybody,
do you call it?
It's a green Christmas. It'll be a cool to mild Christmas probably.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that with 100% certainty since it's in long range, but it's leaning towards a cool to mild Christmas. But this blowtorch thing of like record high temperatures here, I'm skeptical of that.
I am too. I don't think that it'll be perfect weather to wear shorts or something outside in Christmas, but like you said, it is just now at our 10-day range, so it's popping up on our 10-day forecast now, our extended forecast, but that, as you guys know, kind of has to come into better picture for us to really handle that forecast well, which I understand is frustrating. That's just how the science is. But it does look like highs in the 60s, lows maybe in the 40s and the 50s. As of right now, we'll continue to get a better idea as it gets closer. But, you know, today is December 15th. We've got 10 days to go, and as we get closer, we'll have a better idea. But check out the week of Christmas into next week. It's likely to be pretty mild. We have a mild weekend in store as well. Saturday may be a really nice day to get outside, finish that Christmas shopping if you're walking around outside shopping kind of thing, or, you know, just hanging out outside after
The promenade,
Sunday
I
that
bet,
we
is going
just
to be
had.
busy.
Yeah, the promenade probably will be. It's
Very
a great
busy.
day for that.
It will be. And look at next week, the average high is in the lower 50s. So you see Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly beyond, you're looking at those temperatures being above average. Now, Jenna, those days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, if you average all those temperatures out those days, it's cold. I mean, it's warm. It's mild.
Yeah.
But if you were to have Thursday and Friday, Wednesday is Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say you have Thursday and Friday Christmas Day configuration, can dislodge some of that, just like it dislodged it this past weekend, just like it's going to dislodge a little bit coming up on Friday. Nothing like this past weekend.
Oh,
It gets a little
yeah.
cooler. But
Still
it
chilly.
doesn't take much for a chunk of that to dive south. But the thing is, there is a massive reservoir of cold, and as long as that's there, you got to look out. And making a forecast 10 to 15 days in advance, you're asking for trouble.
100%. Because like you said, it really only takes one front or one disturbance and, you know, how the jet stream flows across the U.S., one little weak area to kind of get that to surge our way. On top of that, what fronts are coming through and when, the 10 days out period, that's a little iffy. You know, we could start to see maybe some hints at a system moving in 10 days out. Maybe we don't. Maybe we start to see that 7 days out or 5 days out. But that's one of those things where we cannot tell you today if there's a cold front coming through on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day per the latest data. We could guess, I'm sure, but as far as accurate forecasting goes, which we're in the business of, that's pretty much an idea of what's going to happen.
So I'm looking, and I don't have the maps that I'm looking at on screen that I want to show you, but I'm looking at the troughs and the ridges here for Christmas Eve, and this is a warm weather pattern. I mean, there's no doubt about that with that trough off the west coast. I mean, it's a warm weather pattern.
Yeah, that's some good ridging over the U.S.
But all you got to do is have this drop off to the south, separate itself, and this ridge to connect over the top, and then boom, you get a trough. Anyway, I'm making the weather maps up myself.
No, but exactly. And for anyone that doesn't know, a ridge usually means an area of high pressure that's usually calm, mild conditions in, you know, a very, I don't know the word, a very
stable.
Well, I was going to say, like, not the best way to describe it, I guess, but in terms of explaining it without deep science.
The ridging?
Yeah.
It's just sinking air. It just displaces the jet stream away from us.
Yeah.
So it keeps, you know, everything away. And this time of the, you know, if you were to
trough
get this
is the
type
opposite.
Right, trough is the exact opposite. If you were to have this type of pattern in the summer, we'd be blazing hot.
Exactly. That's what they call the ridge of death, or
the death ridge is what I've heard it called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just means there ain't nothing happening.
It's going to be hot.
And it's going to be hot. Is it hot in the studio? I think it's my sweater.
It might be a little toasty in here.
I think they've got the heat on full blast. All right. And the other thing that I look at are the teleconnections. When you look at those cold temperatures and wanting to displace that, what I like to look for is the negative EPO, the Eastern Pacific Oscillation. In its positive phase, that typically means the cold air is bottled up into Canada and Alaska, but in its negative phase, that usually means Alaskan ridging, and it displaces the cold air. And I'm looking here on my on the data here, and I'm looking here at the Euro ensembles, the AI ensembles, and the mean goes below the zero line in the days leading up to Christmas. So there's still some indications that it dips, the EPO dips under zero, which would imply Alaskan ridging for a period next week, which would deliver a shot of cold air, according to the Euro AI. Then you look at the ensembles from the GFS. I'm looking at that now, and it barely goes below zero. So it's hinting at a little bit of ridging up into Alaska. Is it going to be enough, or am I wish casting?
It's a good question.
I mean, there's a dip.
Certainly, I mean, we'll have to watch that for consistency in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something to keep note of. So while right now our forecast looks to be one way for the week of Christmas, changes can still occur. You know, today is Monday. We're talking about next week and into next week pretty deeply. So this isn't just, you know, Thursday's forecast where we're telling you about the cold front bringing rain in this Thursday. It's not as clear as the pictures we're going to get this week.
And the other thing, too, if you're traveling, we're not sitting here saying, okay, if we get this negative, we get this to happen, we're going to have snow. No, what we're talking about is just colder air.
Yeah.
As far as traveling is concerned, I really think the country as a whole is quiet next week.
Yeah.
I unless something drastically changes, and traveling is a big deal. It's 3:15, which means I got to get to my live shot. Do you want your Max 2 up? Or do you want me to do something?
I'll take Max 2.
But it's doing that thing where it's going through.
Oh, that's okay. I'll fix it.
Okay. So I'm going to go to my live shot, which is really cool because it's at my house, which is very easy for me to find.
So tune in at 4, 5, and 6 to see all the snow in Todd's backyard.
And you know, some of it did melt today, but it's a shady backyard. There's still probably about just under 4 feet. It takes a while to melt that type of snow. If it gets to 40 degrees and you're in the shade, that snow ain't really going to go anywhere.
No.
Especially at a low sun angle.
Right.
See you on the other side of the tube.
You'll definitely have to tune in, and we'll share videos, of course, on social media. It does look like my graphics.
Kids in my neighborhood are welcome to come over. Play in the snow.
Did you hear that? If you live in Todd's neighborhood, you're welcome to come over. It sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to take a short break, actually, here. I'm going to set up some things, but we will be right back. All right. We are back and we are talking all things first tonight into tomorrow. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions about what could be going on. So first into tomorrow, we'll start the day partly sunny. We'll start to see some clouds move in throughout the day. Temperatures will make it into the low 50s in Little Rock, and then we'll make it back into the 40s after sunset. We're mostly cloudy pretty much into the afternoon, into the evening. Some popped sunshine here and there. It's not going to be an overcast Tuesday. And then we start to see a small chance of some showers, especially in southern Arkansas, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning as a warm front starts to lift over the state. And that's attached to our other big next weather maker, although the warm front is, a definitely system bringing us, it's attached to the cold front, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we do have a chance of a few showers in southern Arkansas for Wednesday morning really early. Some of those may make it into central Arkansas, more of an if. We do have a small chance of rain Wednesday in central Arkansas. Wednesday morning, we have clouds around, temperatures in the 40s. Those rain chances hanging around here and there, especially again in southern Arkansas. A small chance of some of those making it into parts of western or central Arkansas. There is still a lot of dry air in place in northeastern Arkansas, so I do think rain chances on Wednesday a little lower for those in eastern Arkansas, northeastern Arkansas specifically. Southeastern Arkansas, much better chance for rain on Wednesday, but either way, the bigger rain is going to be coming on Thursday. So we're mostly cloudy through the day Wednesday night. Maybe a few of those start to make it further into the northern half of the state, and then continuing on into Thursday morning. We'll see a cold front push through on Thursday. Ahead of that cold front, expect numerous showers, maybe a few thunderstorms as well. We're not expecting severe weather. It does look like a lot of the parameters that we need for severe weather are pretty lacking on Thursday. But if you hear some thunder, if you see some gusty winds, that's not fully out of the question. This is looking Thursday, 11 a.m., so you'll notice just behind here there's that area of dry air, and this is exactly where that cold front is going to be pushing through. Temperatures will be dropping behind this, already 54 in Fayetteville at this time, while it's 62 in Fort Smith and Russellville. So that's just that gradient as that cold front pushes in. Now, this model does not go out very far. It's one of our short-term or short-range resolution models. So we'll show you a model that actually goes into... All right, this one actually goes through the day Thursday. So we see those clouds increasing Tuesday, a small chance for rain Wednesday. That increases into Thursday. And then we see that cold front move through the day Thursday. It should be pretty much fully out of the state by Thursday evening. You can tell that sharp gradient there. That is where that cold front is pushing rain off to the east. Everything will be off to our east by Thursday night with dry air moving in as well. Will be partly sunny through the day on Friday. Some instances of mostly cloudy skies with just some little clouds moving in behind everything. So Wednesday, we do have a chance of temperatures will be in the upper 50s Wednesday. But as far as rain chances, those are a little higher in southern Arkansas. Smaller rain chances for those in central and northern Arkansas on Wednesday. Thursday, we see scattered to numerous showers and a few thunderstorms possible through the day. So this is our best chance for rain coming up in the next week or so. Through Thursday morning, this is as far as this model goes out. We could maybe see a tenth of an inch, but through the day on Thursday, that's really when we're looking at seeing more rain. We could maybe see half an inch. Some locally spots could see up to an inch, but most of us will see under a quarter of an inch of rain. We do need the rain. It's been quite some time, as Todd and I were just talking about. It's been quite some time since we've seen measurable rainfall. In the month of December, we're already at day 15. We need the rain as that drought monitor shows. But then after this front moves through, Friday, we are seeing partly sunny skies. We're chilly temperatures in the 40s. Saturday, we're in the 60s, partly sunny, and then a small rain chance moves in for Sunday with temperatures in the 50s. Your extended forecast here, like we talked about, Wednesday and the Thursday, there might be an extended period of time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that we're back looking for the sun. That should pop out on Friday here and there. Better chances on Saturday. And then your full extended forecast, we're likely to stay mild into Christmas week. Now, that's our thought process right now. That could definitely change. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. So after Thursday, our next system that moves through, that'll move through Sunday, but it won't be that strong of a cold front because you'll notice we're still in the 50s then by next Monday. Now, as far as our lows for the next 10 days, it is likely to see, near normal, above normal lows, you could say. Our normal lows for this time of year are in the low 30s, but with the 40s likely into next week, that's pretty mild. So as far as model guidance and precipitation, Thursday is our highest day coming up in the next 10, a small chance on Sunday. December, January, February, here's your temperature outlook. We're likely to be near normal for this time of year in Arkansas. Now, that's interesting because we've already been below normal for December, and it's almost halfway through December. So we'll see how that continues to verify as we head into January and February. Of course, no snow on the ground unless you're Todd in Arkansas, but we do still have a decent snowpack in parts of the Great Lakes, the Northeast, parts of the Northern Plains, and into parts of the Pacific Northwest. And the Pacific Northwest just being hammered by an atmospheric river event that keeps on coming, something called the Pineapple Express, which is really just a series of just a lot of moisture pushing into the Pacific Northwest, and they don't need more. Coming up, the winter solstice. That is December 21st, technically at 9:03 a.m. This is the shortest daylight hours of the year in one day, the longest darkness hours in one day of the year. What's the difference? Meteorological seasons, that started December 1st for meteorological winter that goes until the end of February. Winter solstice, that is the start of the astronomical winter, and that ends when the spring equinox moves in. Now, we do have one more supermoon coming up in that series of 4 that we've seen so far since October. That is January 3rd's Wolf Moon. That will rise over Little Rock Saturday, January 3rd at, technically it peaks in illumination before it's set. So the moon set is at 7:45, that should say a.m. It peaks in illumination around 4:05 a.m., so that's in the morning that Saturday. What's a supermoon? That technically means that the moon is slightly bigger and brighter, at least some say that it looks like that in the night sky, and that's because the moon is making its closest approach to Earth in its orbit around Earth. And when that aligns with a full moon and a new moon, that's when you get that supermoon rating. Of course, you can always get the latest forecast information by downloading the Arkansas Storm Team app. We keep that app very updated. As you know, if you already have it, we put videos on there just about every single day, multiple times a day to keep you updated and other fun things. You can also, there's a feature for the radar where you can play it out and kind of see what's going to happen in the future. If we do have showers on the map, I know it's been quite some time since we've seen anything on the map recently. I know a lot of us are very happy to see those rain chances in store for Thursday, and it's nice too because I feel like we've seen a lot of rain chances on the weekends, and that interferes with weekend plans. At least this rain chance is on a Thursday. Not super great if you're already off of work for the holidays or you're already off of school for the holidays, so it still interferes maybe a little bit. But either way, it's better than a Saturday or a Sunday rain chance. So I think we're at the end. Man, I thought that would loop. All right, let's see what we can do here. I set up all my graphics so they were playing kind of on a loop, but they didn't start over. All right, we'll go through it. And we only have 3 minutes left, so this is really just the front half. So satellite and radar right now, we're clear. It's a sunny day. We are warmer than we were this time yesterday by 12 degrees in Little Rock, by 21 degrees in Mountain Home, 25 degrees in Harrison. So we are warming up. Even though today still feels chilly, we're still warmer than we were yesterday. And there are definitely some cold pockets across the country. So 41 compared to 9 degrees in Chicago. I'll take that. 18 degrees in Washington, D.C. 2 degrees in Caribou. -11 Big Trout Lake in Canada. So that's definitely cold. Those are air temperatures we're talking about. Technically right now, it is 45 degrees in Little Rock. That is warmer than I thought we would get today. And that's all thanks to that sun that continues to beat down. And we're continuing to see our temperatures get a little warmer and warmer through the week. We have pretty calm winds out there right now as well. Most of those winds out of the southwest. So that is a warm wind that is pushing in. Yesterday, it was a windy day that only added to why we felt so cold out there. We saw max wind gusts across the state, 37 miles an hour in West Memphis. As far as these readings go, 30 mile per hour wind gusts in Little Rock. This morning, 17 degrees was the low, the air temperature low in Little Rock, 19 degrees in Pine Bluff and Monticello. 19 degrees in Hot Springs as well, 15 degrees in Jonesboro. Now, Kelly French Pritchard did send us this picture of a frost flower this morning from Alexander. That happens when a lot of the fluid inside of a plant just kind of oozes out and freezes as it oozes out. That's something that only happens maybe once or twice in a season at the beginning of the season. They're always cool to see. We've definitely seen a few frost flower pictures so far this year. Today, we're still reaching into our highs across much of the state, although 37 degrees right now in West Memphis, still a little chilly in parts of northeastern Arkansas. Well, I do think that we're about to run out of time, but don't forget to tune in to KRK4 News at 4, 5, and 6 to see Todd's snowy backyard. I'll be on Fox 16 at 5:30, 6:30, and 9, and Todd will be back here at 10. We'll bring you the latest. Thanks for tuning in.